Crucial question number 5 that I would encourage you to ask any future childcare provider to ensure that it's the best fit for your family. This question goes hand in hand with yesterday's question because it does pertain to liquids, breast milk, formula, any type of food that's going to be provided in a bottle for a specific baby. I would urge you to ask your provider what type of systems they have in place to ensure that the proper breast milk or the proper formula is fed to the correct baby throughout the day. Now, you may think this is something that should be common sense or pretty easy. However, you may have a situation where there's 3 different babies in care and they all have the same bottle. So what type of system do they have in place to ensure that little Johnny gets his bottle of breast milk, little Abby gets her bottle of breast milk, and little Finn again gets his bottle of formula? A few examples of some systems that they might have in place is 1, a color system. That means that every single child has a specific color that's assigned to them throughout the entirety of their stay in that classroom. For example, Johnny has blue, Abby has red, Finnegan has green. Throughout the entirety of the stay in that classroom, that's their color. So their bottles, their cubby, their passies, anything that is specific to them will be labeled with their specific color to make sure that there's no mix-ups with any of their items. The second system that I've also used is name tags. Just as simple as that. It has a child's name on it, the date, the contents of the item, if it's a lunchbox or a bottle, as well as putting on backpacks, jackets, cubbies, anything like that, so that that child is only using those specific items throughout the day to ensure that there's not any mix-ups. Like any other system, it isn't 100%. There's nothing that's absolute, that there might not be a mix-up if something's not labeled properly with the correct color or the name, if something is placed in a different area than it typically is. So I would always encourage parents to put a second layer of protection for themselves on each bottle. And I have an item here just to show you. So on the bottom, it is a label with my kiddo's name, and I would put that on both the bottle as well as the top. I just used a Medela bottle, so it's not big enough for me to put 3 labels on here. And then I also have this top label that you can write on in dry erase marker and erase each day. And I would put the date, what the contents are in there, if it's breast milk or formula, the ounces, if that's something that's specific or, important to you, as well as, again, the name. This just adds an extra layer of protection to ensure that your child is being fed the proper bottle that they need throughout the entirety of the day. Last and most importantly, I would urge you to let your child care provider know that you'd like to be notified immediately if there's ever a mix-up in your baby's feeding plan, especially if your baby was given another woman's breast milk. That way, you and your family can make the decision that's necessary for you and your family to ensure the safety and health of your own baby. I hope you like this question and follow along for part 6.